Yeah, I want to fight Parker. I want to fight AJ, Usyk. These are the guys that I got on my radar. I want to put someone to sleep again and get back out there and show the people that, I am the man. I'm ready. I'm ready to go. I'm ready for everyone.
Daniel Dubois has shifted his focus away from Oleksandr Usyk, revealing he's now determined to settle unfinished business with Joseph Parker.
What's the latest with Usyk?
I want to fight them all. I want to fight, I'll say, Parker. I want to fight Parker, definitely. And hopefully Turkey might hear this and, make it happen in England, make it happen in Wembley or something. I definitely want to fight Parker. That's unfinished business for me. And yeah.
Dubois, the current IBF heavyweight champion, has shifted his focus away from a potential rematch with Usyk. This change in direction follows a series of developments that have altered Dubois' plans for his next fight. After his victory over Filip Hrgović in June 2024, Dubois rose to prominence in the heavyweight division, showcasing his skill with a stunning knockout of Anthony Joshua in September of the same year. However, despite his rising star, Dubois has chosen to pursue a different path, opting to face former WBO champion Joseph Parker again after their first fight was cancelled because of Dubois getting ill. Originally, Dubois had been eyeing a showdown with Usyk in an effort to contest for the undisputed heavyweight title. This would have been a rematch following their first meeting in August 2023, where Dubois made a strong start and even knocked Usyk down. However, the blow was ruled a low blow, and Usyk recovered to stop Dubois in the 9th round. The fight ended in controversy, with many believing that Dubois had been unfairly denied a potential knockout victory. Despite this, Dubois has now decided to forego another attempt at Usyk in favor of resolving what he sees as unfinished business with Parker.
Or is it talks with both fighters right now, with Joseph and with Oleksandr?
Well, all I know is that I'm going to be fighting in July. Well, that's what I've heard. I've heard that I'll be out in July, and there's a date in July for me. So, which one of them they're gonna get for me? I don't know. I don't really care. I just want to put someone to sleep again and get back out there and show the people that, I am the man. I'm ready. I'm ready to go. I'm ready for everyone.
In a recent interview, Dubois expressed his desire to fight Parker next, stating that he feels a strong sense of unfinished business from their cancelled February fight. Dubois had been scheduled to defend his IBF title against Parker, but illness forced him to withdraw from the contest. He emphasized that facing Parker was important to him, as he felt a bitter taste was left after the failed attempt. While Dubois has expressed interest in fighting Usyk or Joshua in the future, Parker remains his primary target.
Which, it seems like he's still recovering from an injury. Where do you feel like he goes next? If you fight Oleksandr Usyk, do you think Joseph Parker's a good fight for Anthony Joshua?
I think he's a good fight for me. Yeah, I want to fight Parker. I want to fight AJ, Usyk. These are the guys that I got on my radar, in my eye. These are the guys I want to fight, and make the fucking fight happen. That's all I got to say. The fucking fight happen.
Meanwhile, the landscape of the heavyweight division continues to evolve. Derek Chisora defeated Otto Wallin in February 2025, positioning himself as a viable challenger for Dubois' IBF title. In what would be his 50th and final professional fight, Chisora has announced that he intends to retire after facing Dubois. This potential clash has sparked an emotional response from Chisora's former trainer, Don Charles, who now trains Dubois. Charles, who had a deep bond with Chisora, admitted that he would be torn between his loyalty to his former fighter and his current role as Dubois' coach. He stated that the idea of coaching Dubois against Chisora, especially in such a significant fight, was something he struggled with on an emotional level. Charles said, "My first son in boxing, Chisora gave me the entrance to the boxing industry. I don't know what kind of luck I've got. What are the chances of that? It's not something I want. I'm an emotional guy. I'm a sensitive guy. It's not something I want to materialize, but I'm happy for Derek because it's gonna be his 50th and final fight. Had it not been against someone I'm currently training, I'm happy for him to be going out on a bang. What a way to exit and cap off his colorful and successful career." The situation surrounding the next challenger for Usyk's heavyweight titles is also complicated by recent developments. With Dubois sidelined by illness and unable to fight Parker as planned, both Dubois and Parker remain prominent contenders for a shot at Usyk. Usyk has stated that he expects to fight twice more before his retirement, leaving room for both Dubois and Parker to face him. However, it is unclear which of the two will get the opportunity first. While both fighters have strong arguments for a shot at Usyk, the decision ultimately rests with the champion.
Is Daniel Dubois definitely next?
I want the next fight with Daniel Dubois.
Undisputed?
Undisputed.
Where? London, Riyadh season, doesn't matter.
Looking at the resumes of both Dubois and Parker, the case for each fighter is compelling. Dubois has been on a 3-fight win streak with impressive victories over Miller, Hrgovic, and Joshua. His knockout of Joshua in particular stands out as a major statement in the heavyweight division, confirming Dubois' potential as a top-tier contender. Parker, on the other hand, has been more consistent with a 6-fight win streak, though some of his victories have come against less formidable opponents. Nevertheless, his wins over Wilder and Ji Ang are seen as significant achievements, and his overall body of work has positioned him as a worthy challenger.
I believe that we're going to get Oleksandr Usyk versus Daniel Dubois. I think that fight happens. I think the WBO title becomes vacant. The WBO interim champion is Joseph Parker. I think that Joseph Parker boxes Anthony Joshua. Derek Chisora is the mandatory challenger for Dubois' title, so he's IBF. Really, for the IBF, he's really wanting that fight. Does it happen? Probably not next. Probably not next.
When comparing the best wins of both fighters, Dubois' victory over Joshua is undoubtedly the standout. Despite Joshua's recent struggles, he was still a highly regarded fighter heading into the bout, and Dubois' performance was nothing short of spectacular. Parker's best win, however, is debatable. While his win over Wilder was impressive, the American was seen as a fighter on the decline. Additionally, Parker's victory over Andy Ruiz from 2016 is a distant memory, and his more recent wins have been against less prominent opponents. In this regard, Dubois holds the edge in terms of marquee victories.
That what I just told you there, I think that we do get Oleksandr Usyk, and I think we do get the Dubois fight, and that leaves Joseph Parker for me boxing. Anthony Joshua. That's the landscape that I think is going to happen.
Another important factor in determining the next challenger for Usyk is the history between Dubois and the champion. Dubois' previous fight with Usyk, while controversial, may play a significant role in the build-up to a rematch. Some fans still believe that Dubois was unfairly denied a chance to finish Usyk when the referee ruled his knockdown to be the result of a low blow. The lingering sense of controversy gives Dubois an additional layer of motivation as he seeks to avenge his defeat and prove himself against the reigning champion. In terms of action potential, Dubois has established himself as one of the most exciting fighters in the heavyweight division. Known for his explosive punching power and aggressive style, Dubois has delivered thrilling performances throughout his career. Whether he's knocking out opponents in spectacular fashion or engaging in back-and-forth wars, Dubois is always a fighter who delivers excitement in the ring. Parker, while still a capable and skilled boxer, has been less consistent in terms of delivering thrilling action. His bouts tend to be more tactical and measured, which can lead to less dramatic outcomes.
And we've got to get it right. I mean, look, he's not going to be able to punch now for another 6 weeks or so. So Dubois and Fury, of course, are probably the bigger challenges for him at this moment in his career. But Parker's fight's a dangerous fight for anybody. And
it'd be a different fight to the Cardiff fight.
Yeah, I mean, look, we beat him once, but that was a unification. That was a long time ago. And Joe's on great form, and AJ's coming off a defeat. So we're not in a tearing rush, but of course he's going to fight again this year. We got to get the decision right, because this is the last throw of the dice, really. And whatever way it comes for Parker, he deserves it all, because he's been in there and beaten everyone in front of him.
When it comes to personality, Parker undoubtedly has the edge. Known for his charismatic and engaging demeanor, Parker has become a favorite among fans for his ability to entertain both inside and outside the ring. Dubois, in contrast, has struggled to connect with audiences in the same way. While he is a formidable fighter, his reserved nature and lack of flair have made him less marketable compared to his peers. However, this doesn't detract from his ability to compete at the highest level, as his focus remains on his performance in the ring rather than his off-screen persona. From a marketability perspective, Dubois has a clear advantage. His victory over Joshua has elevated his profile significantly, and his youth and destructive punching power make him a more intriguing prospect for the future of the heavyweight division. Additionally, a potential rematch with Usyk would likely generate significant interest, as fans would want to see if Dubois could overcome his previous setback. While Parker is a well-respected figure in boxing, his appeal is more regional, particularly in New Zealand, and he lacks the same level of global recognition as Dubois.
And we've got Oleksandr Usyk at the top. He might be facing Daniel Dubois next. He might be facing Joseph Parker next. He might be facing Ajit Kabayel next. Those three are in position, aren't they?
Yes, they are.
So Daniel Dubois is the favourite at the moment. We know that Frank Warren is pushing for that one. He's been public about it. Daniel Dubois has come to the surface this week and kind of put a message out there, and quite an anodyne, very simple, very transparent message saying, if you want to see the doctor's letter from my illness in Riyadh on February the 19th, you can see it. I think, if you agree with me, I think Andy Lee and Joseph Parker do deserve to see that note.
In terms of future prospects, Dubois appears to have the greater potential for stardom. At just 27 years old, he is still in the prime of his career, and his knockout power has made him one of the most dangerous heavyweights in the division. His next fight, whether against Usyk or another opponent, could solidify his place as one of the top contenders for the heavyweight title. Parker, while a skilled and experienced fighter, is 33 years old and may not have as much room for growth at the elite level. Usyk's decision on who to face next will ultimately come down to a variety of factors, including the timing of potential bouts and the desire to settle unfinished business with either Dubois or Parker. While Parker may have a solid case based on his recent victories, Dubois' profile and previous performance against Usyk give him a compelling argument for a rematch. Either way, the heavyweight division is poised for a thrilling few years, with Dubois, Parker, and Usyk all positioned as key players in the race for the undisputed title.
Right, let's go over this. He said he'd fight Joseph Parker.
Yeah.
That's a fantastic fight, by the way. Rewind to February the 22nd, when we were all excited about it. I think the most likely is Dubois is going to get Oleksandr Usyk. What happens to Joseph Parker in the meantime, in your view? Because I've spoken to his management team. You've suggested, for me, and you take it away, Parker against Anthony Joshua. I think that sells.
Absolutely, it's a big fight. It's a rematch. It's a better fight than the first time they boxed. That is for sure. Was that back in 2019, I believe?
Parker the favourite now, or not marginal favourite?
Parker may start slight favourite. On recent form, you have to go with Joseph Parker, and I believe that if that fight does happen with Daniel Dubois versus Oleksandr Usyk, the WBO title then becomes vacated.
In his most recent comments, Dubois has made it clear that he is ready for a rematch with Usyk. He expressed confidence that he could be the first fighter to stop the Ukrainian, predicting that the upcoming fight would be even bigger than his previous win over Joshua. For Dubois, the opportunity to avenge his loss to Usyk is personal, and he believes that he can come out on top this time. The fight would undoubtedly be a massive event with the potential to capture the imagination of boxing fans around the world. Dubois said, "I'll be the man to stop him. I just see it. Fight news coming soon. The Usyk fight at Wembley would be just like the Joshua fight, but way bigger. The biggest fight in the world. And there's revenge there as well." As the heavyweight division continues to evolve, the next few months will be crucial in determining the landscape of the title picture. Usyk's next move will have significant implications for the future of the division, and whether it is Dubois or Parker who gets the next shot at the undisputed title remains to be seen. So what are your thoughts about this fight? Do let us know in the comment section below. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to subscribe and check out some of our other videos on the screen right now.